Hi everyone, welcome back again here at Move Productions with another interesting review I can promise you for today, where we're comparing now two standard and very popular studio monitors here for any home studio or professional studio. We already had some earlier reviews from great studio gear, and I'm going to give you my experience today now when I'm comparing those two monitors. We have the KRK ROKIT 5 G4 Generation 4 in white here in the studio, and comparing this great monitor with the JBL 3 Series M Mark II, the LSR 306P. Why this? I mean, generally we had some single reviews from both of the monitors. You can find this also on YouTube. I'd like to also give you my experience when it goes to the question, is it really worth spending some more money for a 6-inch speaker? Does it give you a better sound image, a better sound design at the end for mixing? And I can tell you already before, no, it does not. We will listen then and I'll give you my experience as well. So that's one question. Size of speakers, is 4-inch good, 5-inch or 6-inch for home studios? So generally I will always recommend to go for a 5-inch, take the lowest 5-inch, even better than work with 4-inch. But it does not exceptionally has to be a thick 6-inch speaker. So the two monitors, just from the specifications, I mean, most important info by now, KRK ROKIT 5 costs around this $160 US to 180 per piece. Comparing this with a 6-inch of JBL, which costs then $140 to $160 each. So after all, I have to say JBL is very competitive, valuable price, and for me, sound design and image is pretty similar. Even the KRK comes with a bit more bass and comes with a bit more brilliance in the high frequencies, just around 3 to 6 kilohertz in my eyes, with standard features. Of course, both you can trim and equalize, you can do some sound adaptations to your room, but generally, if you go with the standard factory setting, both are great. I have to say, both are great. KRK maybe a little more bass, a little more brilliance in the high frequencies. That's overall everything. Very important, I think, from the adapters and plugins, you have the same options. KRK comes with a combo box. On the JBL you have jack and XLR separately. Maybe interesting is the power output. I mean, the KRK 5-inch comes with 55 watts. Comparing this with the 5-inch JBL, which is 82, and the 6-inch here, of course, has some more power, is 112 watts. Maybe to give you a detailed information as well here. Of course, on KRK you don't have a 6-inch speaker, so the standard sizes are 5-inch and then 7-inch. Maybe we can shortly check if we go for the ROKIT 7, comes with 145 of watts then. So that's the overall, I mean, specification, information. As I said, both trim and equalizing features. Now let's make some examples. Sound examples where I show you shortly how they sound and compare that to each other, so that you have an impression. As I said, in the studio, for me, both speakers are a very good option. If you go for lower budgets, take the JBL, which is great. We also tested out the M Big Series 5, which is also great, but there maybe you struggle a bit with the mid and high frequencies. Doesn't necessarily mean you struggle with that, because one thing which is very important is that you get used to your monitor, listening different references tracks, different genres. Once you feel comfortable with that, you can mix everything, also with the M audio speaker. as the both here we have over here. That's generally my experience and my advice to you guys. Doesn't really matter which one you're working, all are great, and depending on your budgets, and also maybe look and feel. If you want to go for a white solution, KRK is definitely a good one. JBL was a limited version, but now only available is the black edition. So let's go to Spotify, listening some music on moveproductions.com. As always, we're listening now through the mic in the cam. This is important because that sounds not so good, and we have some echoes here and reflections from my living room. So this is not made really acoustically perfect. And what I always like to explain you guys, if I'm working here directly in the sweet spot, that's the perfect angle you can have, 60 degrees directly in the near field position. I don't have any problems with low frequencies, high frequencies, so that's perfect on the sweet spot. Now recording with the mic, of course, it won't be the same. It won't be perfect quality, but listen to my experience, to my advice. I guess this is worthwhile for you guys. Before you purchase any monitor, I think you can make a good decision then with this information I give you. So let's start. I shortly bring the mic a little bit closer because I'd like to optimize this for you guys in this session. Sorry for that. As I'm working all the time for my label, for publishing, for recordings, any admin task, I need a piece of coffee now. Sorry for that. So now I feel better. And let's go now. Listening to a track. I'm shortly positioning the mic again and then we start. See you for part 2, guys. So guys, now we also change the camera position here and we start with the JBL to the left hand side. I give you now just the mono signal on the left speaker, and we're comparing this to the KRK, what we hear and what we feel. Now the speaker is in the standby mode. That's also very interesting. Both has the standby options, and very interesting now. And what I heard before, let's go maybe here with a song I really like. I mean, this is an act signed to Move Productions, Chasing Elise, available on Spotify everywhere. Full album, Down the Rabbit Hole, and I like this song, Remedy. Let's start with this shortly. Yes. Now it's already loading. So one information I like to give you guys, which is very important, if you plug in the speakers, and very interesting is now, normally I put the volume of the speakers around 50% and give them the max from the interface, so the power amplifier from the speaker is rather at low position. Now I have it at maximum 100%, so this is important because then you hear differences. Here on JBL, also on M Audio, BX series we tested, you can hear some ambient noise, guys. I just turn up my interface also now. Here you can hear it. I mean, it's very decent, it's not really disturbing me, but yeah, it's a little quality difference, maybe one issue you don't have with the KRK later. That's important, but I think, you know, normally in a home studio, as I said, I work with a 50% volume of the speaker, so that's not really a factor. And a price issue, I would say I wouldn't buy the speaker. Absolutely enough, but of course it can be an argument, it can be something or a decision-making point. In a professional studio where you say I don't want to have it if I'm working on louder volumes and power levels, might be of course an issue on professional studios. I think for home studios, absolutely no issues. So let's go with the song. I turn it up. I can see you looking at me. Go. let's go skipping some songs on this speaker and then we change to the KRK. So overall the sound is very brilliant, very clear to me. I wouldn't say not too much highs, it feels comfortable, not too much bass. It's just straight linear, great accuracy, so I feel very comfortable with this one. It's always, of course, depending on the production and genre you listen to, guys, so that's why we shortly changed to female vocals, that's important. Let's take maybe Snowflakes, here a song we did and released in December. Let's start with this one and skip it a little bit. A harder kick here, it's a soft kick but louder. We have acoustic guitars, we have female vocals. Also here, great sound. I really like the speaker. I absolutely can recommend you this speaker for any use, also modern EDM productions. What else? I mean, this is indie rock, shortly Tim Urban here with Lucky Man. Let's go for that somewhere. Power, toms have power, electric guitars are mixed great here, vocals, thin but great. So this sounds really perfect, guys. We make it short today. Let's listen maybe one or two more songs until we change. This is a great song, Baldwin Charlton, full of good cheer, our Christmas song 220. Here we have white vocals, backing vocals, and piano.
Christmas tree is all with Christmas lights and sparkling Christmas snow. Oh, Christmas is the time of the year.
So I hear shiny vocals, really clear, thin, sounds great in the sweet spot. And maybe one last song with some electronic influences here and also kind of core vocals. Let's do it like this here. Okay, maybe the quality of the mix is not the same as the ones before. This is rather indie production, but nevertheless, I mean, also here sounds pretty comfortable to me. Yes, guys. So now, as I said, great solution JBL. I'm doing now the same channel. I'm putting the same channel to the KRK box. Let's go through and let's compare it then to my listening experience here, guys. So I'm gonna switch and turn this shortly off for you. Turn the camera and then let's go for part 3, guys. So now from this side, let's go through the songs again, guys. Now listening the same channel, I guess it was the, I don't know, left channel on the KRK 5-inch compared to the JBL. Same setting and volume. And now maybe it's interesting, some little ambient noise you also have here if you put the KRK to the maximum level. But it's much softer than M Audio and JBL. So that's also the important info. Where do we start? We're starting at Chasing Ali's Remedy. Let's go for that song again. And I'm talking about my impressions here.
Just between you and me, I'm not willing to take all my responsibility. Why is it remedy?
What I definitely hear, guys, is well what you can read and everybody tells you also from product test reviews and probably dealers too. KRK generally comes with some more bass. And you can hear that. But what I also hear is some more power in the mids and some more brilliance in the highs. Of course, we have to agree, this is a 5-inch and not the 6-inch. So generally the sound picture, guys, of course this is a little bit a difference. You know, you have the wider sweet spot with a 6-inch, definitely. From the angle, some greater sound picture. But now we're talking just about the quality of sound and the frequency levels. So I think that comes through when we shortly listen to the KRK. Of course, also this is great. Interesting point, as I said before, now on this song where you have big toms and a harder kick, which is pretty dominant, you know, the sound picture, and that appears really stronger in the KRK. From the vocal, more or less the same, it's okay. So that was it, I think, from this song. Yeah, that were my impressions. It's also great, okay, working with that speaker, no question. But generally, as I said, a bit more bass, more mids and highs I hear in this song. Let's go, what did we have on Snowflakes? Let's take the acoustic song, let's go through this again. Also interesting in my impression on this song, you know, this kind of nylon acoustic guitar is more in the front than I had it, in my opinion, with the JBL. Also sounds great. Yes, so guys, this sounds pretty good. It's a different song. Because it has softer acoustic guitars, softer pianos. So here the vocals and backing vocals are in the front. And this sounds good, but you can hear it has more power in the lower section. Let's go again to this kind of instrumental movie production here. How this sounds. Lost Kingdom, a kingdom has fallen. Different song, electronic kick and drums, snare of course, piano in the front, and then this kind of choir as a vocal. So it always, that's what I like to teach you guys, it always depends on the genre, song and material you work on, and production quality as well. So yes, I mean, now I'm switching to this position, guys, and let's make a short summary for you for this review. I think most important issues and elements we already discussed about the two, definitely two great speakers, and they wouldn't be that popular if they would be bad actually, but for me, you know, a discovery, and our first time testing out the JBL is a great discovery. I am at the same opinion with the M-Audio BX series, which I was quite impressed and surprised about for this price range, 5-inch, $100. Also the M-Audio is great. Yeah, but as I said, I mean, if you compare this, guys, you get a 6-inch JBL for the lower price as a 5-inch KRK, so that's maybe an argument and something you need to think about. I always say if you're DJing using a speaker also for larger audiences, maybe 50, 100 people, you are happy to have some more power, and you can use also the same equipment maybe for using that, making parties. That's also an argument, so you don't have to go for two speaker PA system, so you just take one great monitor speaker and use that also for parties and DJs for your set. Maybe that's also an argument you have to think of. Both great solutions, definitely. Guys, if you have questions, drop me an email. Do my best, give you answers on that on YouTube. I'm really happy, you know, started last year, maybe 4 or 5 months ago on YouTube. And it's great to see, maybe we have 150 to 200 views a day already. That's really very interesting, and we have more than 20 product reviews already. You can find our latest releases here on YouTube. Maybe that's a good thing I can explain to you, and it's not really cool, but I'm doing this now, guys. I'm just turning the camera a bit, and maybe you can see this. We have product reviews, home studio essentials, latest releases, MPCOM behind the scene. We have corporate videos here on YouTube. We have some older material. For example, you didn't know, we once created a song, we were pitching for the 007 movie in 2015. Simply said, nothing to lose, let's try this out, guys. Also available on YouTube, our projects, Lost Kingdom, all the artists we run. So there's a lot of YouTube to discover, go for that. If you have questions, drop me an email, I always respond that, no opens at the moment, that's awesome. And of course, I always get some questions, you can see here. This has really been used, that's great for me. Thumbs up, always great. I appreciate this. And of course, subscription of the channel also Very nice. This is beautiful. So, microphones, interfaces, keyboards, screens for home studios. What did I forget? I mean, monitors, headphones. We're also testing headphones. Have some great arguments there and tips for you guys. Working on closed back headphones and also open headphones over here for the studio. I think that's more or less everything at the moment. What else? Yeah, we're done for today, guys, because it's Friday, soon is weekend, and I had really a busy week, which was great actually. And story of the week, I can tell you maybe here on YouTube again, for one artist project we're running, just came a production deal from the US, which is on the desk. So there's a lot of work combining this, finalizing this, and yeah, really making it fit for the artist, Move Productions, and also the producer in US. So that's the latest news. We work on this, guys. Once we have great news, we'll definitely update you guys. Thanks for watching that. Have a good weekend. Hopefully see you next time at Move Productions here, YouTube channel. Thanks for that, guys. Take care. Bye bye. See you next time.